Hey y'all, I'm coming on here to share because I don't want y'all to think that number one, I only share when things are going well. And number two, I want you to understand that just because you start following the Lord don't necessarily mean that everything is going to be peaches and cream all the time. And also that just because things are not peaches and cream all the time don't mean that the world is falling apart and that Jesus don't love you. Is sometimes life just happens, right? And that's the whole blessing of having Christ, is that even in the hard times, he is with us and he directs our path. So I am back again, moving around, storing some stuff because the place I was in was for work. It is for work, and the house is being used for respite, and multiple people are having access to the house. But they were trying to charge me rent, like over $1,000 rent. And I'm like, number one, I'm only using one room in the house. And number two, you're making it clear that I don't have control over the space. So I prayed over it. I've been spending the week praying and seeking the Lord. And he told me to make some moves. So we back on the road, back in movement mode, living out of my car. So, life still happens, but that is the whole point. That's why the word tells us to count it all joy when we fall into different issues and temptations, because that is just the Lord working on our faith and showing us that, number one, regardless of what's going on, he got our back. And number two, faith is a muscle. So I also went to the gym today with one of my clients, and when you're working out, it's going to be uncomfortable at first, especially if you haven't worked out in a while, but that doesn't mean that it's not good for you. So I just want to encourage anybody that's going through some rough times. It's real out here in the field. You're not by yourself, and sometimes we got to go through some things, but just know that the Lord is with us. He loves us, and everything is working together for our good. And at the end, on the other side, there are many blessings, and it's glorious. And the thing that I've learned through all of this is that joy and peace is a choice. That's why he says, choose this day who you will serve. Choose life and death. I set life and death before you. The choice is yours. Jesus is life. Jesus is peace. Jesus is love. And so when we take up our cross daily, this is a cross that I'm bearing. I have to keep moving around, not necessarily any fault of my own. And sometimes, it may be some situations that I could have handled differently. And, the Lord corrects me on those things too. But at the same time, we can't control other people's choices. We can only control our choice. And he gives us the choice to choose him. And when we choose him, he directs our paths, and he makes sure that we have what we need, even if the situation may seem unfavorable. Like, technically, I'm homeless again in the middle of a hurricane, going into wintertime, but he has also placed people around me that, have given me assurance that I'm going to be safe and I'm going to be taken care of. And so I'm grateful for that, and I just want to share that with you guys and know that all is well and all things are working for our good. We just got to endure, because honestly, the word wouldn't tell us to endure if it was all going to be easy. But I promise you it's worth it, and I still am happy that I chose this path, even though it's a little bit more difficult. The rewards are so much greater. So y'all have a great day. Find reasons to be grateful. Today I am grateful for shelter, regardless of where that is. And I'm grateful for peace. I love y'all, so this is the Most High.